Hi everyone, my name is Donnie Lowy from Closeoutexplosion.com. Hope you're doing really well today. So today I'd like to talk to you about how to increase retail sales during slow months. Now every business has a slow period, whether it's a seasonal period or whether it's just based on maybe a given event that happens during that time of the year. Imagine when people are getting ready to pay their taxes, then during that time of the year, retail sales might be slow, but then when people get their refunds, retail sales can pick up. Or if people go away on vacations, then the places that they leave, right, where they regularly live or where they regularly work, those places, those stores are going to have slow months. But the places where people go on vacation to, they're going to have good months. But then those stores, when it's not vacation season, they're going to have their slow months. So every store, experiences, I would say, slower months than some of the other months. So how do you increase your sales during those slow months? Now, it doesn't mean you have to give up. Now, one thing I would tell you is try to maximize the amount of money that you do make during your good months. And that means during your good months, you need to have a lot of merchandise available. You need to really be good at as far as reaching out to customers, advertising your merchandise, letting people know what you have, sending out emails, sending out flyers, and being very assertive in your business marketing. Now, as far as making your money during slow months, so sometimes it might be very hard. Let's say an ice cream store is going to have a hard time selling ice cream during the winter months, right? But at the same time, there are things that retailers can do to increase their sales during the slow months. So one thing they can do is run sales. Now, the sale is going to have to be something, I would say, special that's going to really encourage people to want to buy during that time. Imagine you have a ski shop and you sell heavy winter coats. And now it's the summer months, your sales are going to be slow, but you still want to generate some sales. So you might make a sale, and the theme of the sale is going to be something really special, something like where you remind people that winter is coming. Right now it might be warm, but there's going to be some super cold months coming very soon, just so that people start thinking about winter again. And then you tell people, why wait until the last minute to buy your coat at the full price, but while you can buy it now at 25% off or 50% off. So you want to, first of all, remind people why they're going to need the products that you sell and give them an incentive to buy them early. And that incentive could be a sale price, or that incentive can also be an extra bonus that you give them. And that brings me to the next idea. If you want to increase your sales during a slow month, give people extra bonuses when they purchase from you. Let's say you have a store that sells women's shoes. You might want to give them during the slow months, you might want to give your customers 2 pairs of brand name socks for every pair of shoes that they buy. You might want to give, if you have a clothing boutique, you might want to give fashion jewelry for free. And that actually brings me to something very important. If you have an opportunity to buy a closeout, which is suitable for your customers, you can get that closeout at a very low price, you should consider buying it. And the reason is, it's not just about making money on that specific item. You might want to buy a closeout without any intention of buying it, of selling it. But you should buy that closeout with the idea that you want to give it to your customers as a bonus to encourage them to buy merchandise from you during a slow period. So with example of a store during the winter months, when it has summer merchandise, or vice versa, if that store gets really good closeout merchandise and it gives it as an incentive for people to make a purchase, that can encourage customers to come in. And another thing you could do with closeout merchandise, if you buy the merchandise at a really low price, what you do is you advertise that closeout merchandise only during your slow months at a very, very low price. This way customers will come into the store to see that closeout merchandise, and once they're in your store, they might buy other merchandise as well. Now, another thing you could do during your slow months, assuming that you can do this, and you have to look into if there's any regulations that pertain to this, but you might decide to sell merchandise at a loss and have a limit how many units can someone buy, just to get people to come to your store, and once they're in your store, they'll buy other items as well. So for instance, let's say you have a women's clothing store. You sell women's dresses, women's blouses, women's suits, women's skirts, and your cost per blouse is $10 wholesale, and you generally sell them for $50. You might want to advertise in your slow months. You might want to say, we're having a sale for the next month. All blouses in the store are $5, and people say, wow, that's a really low price. They'll come in. Of course, you advertise limit 1 per customer, so people come in to buy that blouse, and once they're there, you show them the other merchandise you have, and once the customer's there, they might want to buy some other stuff that you have. Now, another way to increase your your sales during slow months is by reaching out to other businesses and cross-promote each other. What do I mean by that? If you have a dress store, you might reach out to a handbag store, and you could both market each other's business. That's where you both gain. You give out business cards for the handbag store in your store, and the handbag store will give out business cards for your dress store in their store. And you could try to make these arrangements with as many retailers as you can. Now, another way to increase your sales during a slow period is by tying in a sales event to a cultural event that's taking place, to a sporting event, to a religious event, and this will encourage people to come to your store during those months because they're going to want to buy merchandise which is suitable or needed for that cultural, sporting, or religious event. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. The next time you are in New York, you're welcome to visit my warehouse. My website is closeoutexplosion.com. Thank you and have a great day.